2, 1. Here we go. Podcasting from the 84 Design Studios in Greenville, South Carolina. This is the Almost a Show podcast. Now heard on your iPhone and Android with the Stitcher app.
You know, I like that. I like the fact that we can finally hear an intro, and there's Jay.
Here I am. What up, y'all?
Jay, dude, first off, I don't know. I'm going to pray that whatever sound I'm hearing in my headphones that is coming from your end doesn't go over the air.
Why does it like automatically have to be my fault?
Well, because I hit mute on my end and I still heard it. So unless like this is what it sounds like. It sounds like a rat eating a wire. That's what it sounds like.
And you know that sound distinctly of rats eating wires.
I do. I lived in the hood for a while, so I know exactly what that sounds like, and gotcha. It's bringing back distinct memories. Also, down there in the corner, we have the wonderful and talented. I'm assuming she's talented. Samantha, correct? We're gonna get to her in a little bit about Grey's Anatomy. Is it Grey's Anatomy? What is it?
50 Shades of Grey.
She's shaking her head no. Like, no, it's not Grey's Anatomy. You're an idiot, Sean. Sorry. 50 Shades of Grey. What's the big deal, Jay? Why are you hating on 50 Shades of Grey? Let's bring her in now. Samantha, round of applause. Let's bring it, Samantha.
It's supposed to, it says muted. I don't have the power to unmute her. There we go.
Okay, I unmuted it.
There we go.
She's a smart girl. She can unmute things. She knows what's doing.
Unmute us.
Samantha, you were a Almost a Show podcast fan from the TJ times, right?
Yes.
Do you miss TJ?
Well, yes, because you guys are funny.
I don't think so, but we appreciate the
compliment. Well, you don't think so, but it's true. You both are funny with each other, so. But Jay does great too.
Oh, thanks, Samantha. I appreciate that.
Jay does a great job. In fact, Jay, you're kind of like TJ. You're like my replacement TJ. Sometimes I do cry late at night that TJ's not with me. We actually, the truth is, I killed TJ. That's what really happened. I murdered TJ.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
TJ actually was the star in this movie 50 Shades of Grey. I don't know if you guys knew that. That's why he hasn't been doing the podcast.
It was scheduling issues.
Yeah, it was scheduling issues. Gotcha. In my notes, this is what Jay wrote. 50 Shades of Grey. Literally garbage is now coming to the big screen. How hypocritical are women for lusting over soft porn? But a guy that wants to go see a movie like this, it would be disgusting. Jay?
No, it's not.
I don't see a big deal.
I'm already getting smashed on. Here's the thing. I kind of felt like this when Magic Mike was coming out too. And it's a movie that's specifically set up to fulfill some kind of female fantasy. And I was talking to my wife about this a little bit too, and she told me, why are you getting worked up over something so stupid? Which is often what my wife says to me.
Mine too.
She was like, why do you care? Because I think this is what the thing is. If there was a movie out there and guys flocked to a book and it was about a woman that was powerful and about like dominating sex and about these things that typically realistically don't happen in most people's sex lives, it's just like this fantasy kind of situation. If a movie came out and like in the preview for the movie it was the woman like dominating this man and all of these guys were like, man, we cannot wait to go see this movie, I would argue that the female population would probably be like, you guys are disgusting, you're trying to go out and like just go to the movies and lust over some woman, and what about me, aren't I good? But because the roles are kind of reversed and it's girls going to see this movie, they're just like, oh, it's fun and it's just like a romantic kind of thing and it's sexy, and I just feel like it's kind of hypocritical, and that's why we do have Samantha on to be the voice of reason and tell me that I'm completely wrong. I'm hoping she's going to tell me I'm a little bit right.
Samantha,
I have a feeling I'm about to just get like the smackdown, so
Samantha,
I'm prepared for it.
Samantha, question: are you going to go see 50 Shades of Grey?
Of course, I've read the books. So with like any books, like all the Nicholas Sparks movies and books, I've read the books first, then I go see the movie, and then Time Traveler's Wife was another one.
Did you ever get caught? Okay, did you ever get caught reading the book where you probably shouldn't have been reading it?
At work.
Okay. Wait, what do you do for a living? Why are you just able to sit and...
job, it was like my lunch break. I worked in the cafeteria of a state building. Now I take care of disabled people, so there really is no time to really read them. But
right. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
At the time,
a difficult job.
It's not easy, but...
I wouldn't imagine so.
Yeah, at the last job on my lunch break, I'd be sitting there reading, and then like all the businessmen with the suits would come down, and they're like, what are you reading that? And I'm like, oh, because it's a book.
I don't think guys. I've never read it ever. I don't think guys know what all's in it. I don't know what's in it.
No.
Is it like
It's
rated X stuff?
part of it, but then a part of it is also pretty much empowering women to like be assertive and take control of themselves and do type of stuff. And guys think, oh, it's just porn. No, it's not just porn. There's a whole thing where she starts out in the first book as like this really timid, really shy type of girl, and then as the books continue on, you see that she starts to get her personality. She starts being assertive about herself, and she doesn't really take shit towards the end of them. But
Jay, I mean, come on, why are you knocking it? It was like Sleepless in Seattle, like all those movies, like it was. Oh crap! What just happened?
What are you doing?
Nothing. I did nothing. I did nothing wrong. The show is going perfectly. It's going perfect. My fiance is trying to sleep in the next room. She's like, seriously, be quiet. I can't sleep. We're gonna get these walls padded so that they can't hear me. Her and the dog. But Jay, back to the question at hand. Like, why are you so against? Are you so against this? Because like, do you secretly just want to be chained up to the bed, and that's what you're trying to? Your frustration and the fact that Christian Grey gets to experience this?
No, I just feel like it's a little, especially because it's coming out on Valentine's Day. I don't know. Could you imagine being like a boyfriend or a husband or a fiance, and like your girl's like, hey, let's go see this movie about things that you don't do for me, and like, I don't know. It just kind of seems like it's a little like. Well,
here's the thing. Guys are always watching porn, which most of the women in them are definitely not the type of women that like people normally marry. Yeah, they get married, but you know what I mean.
We call them chicken heads.
So women feel inferior to these porn stars. It's the same thing. Guys are feeling inferior because women see this guy that's like very dominating and does all these things. It's the same thing.
Yeah, so I think that's my point, though. Is like, wouldn't that be a reason for like guys to be upset because women are always telling us like, you guys are nasty. Like,
think about it from a woman's point of view. And guys don't think it's a big deal when women get mad about guys watching porn. I could care less, honestly, but you get the women that are very insecure and they're like, my man shouldn't be watching porn, blah, blah, blah. They're comparing me. Same thing. But that's why guys are starting to really be worried about this for some reason.
Jay, on Samantha's defense here, I'm on her side. Like, let them have their softcore porn. It's cool. It's whatever. And secondly, girls aren't going to take their boyfriends. They're going to gather all the girlfriends together. The panties are going to get wet. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen to their girlfriends. So who knows? And hey, who knows? Maybe your girl's going to go see the movie and come home and be like, "Yo, Jay Kaz, let's get in the mood. You feel me? Put on some that Marvin Gaye record in that purple bedroom you got, and be done with it, son."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Brittany's going to go see it, and not because I don't want her to go see it. I mean, I can care less.
Did she go to Magic Mike?
No, she's not. I don't even think she's read. I know she hasn't read the books. So.
Wait, there's a Magic Mike book?
No, the 50 Shades of Grey.
I was like, there's a book about Magic Mike? Come on.
Dude,
that's Channing Tatum's life.
Samantha, did you
see? Matt, are we asking the same question right now? Water bottle.
Did I see Magic Mike?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
did you go home to your husband and you're like, hey?
I'm not married.
Hey. Hey, to the Almost a Show family, watch out now. You better watch out. She's on Twitter, okay?
Sean jumping the gun.
Samantha came on the Almost a Show podcast as like a worldwide Tinder. She's like, I'm going to go on there and be like, yo, I'm a single woman.
No. Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, you got your man? Oh, you got a man. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm just kidding.
I got a man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
Anyway.
Yes, I did see Magic Mike. It's loosely based on Channing Tatum's life.
Oh, for real?
Yes, he was a stripper at one point in his life.
And by loosely, everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, oh, he's a stripper, blah, blah, blah. It was really happening. So
was it actually like a good movie? Like sitting through it, where you're like, wow, it's got like a good plot line and like progression.
it was really off the wall, and you see Matthew McConaughey with his accent and just.
All right.
He does that in the movie actually, so it's really weird. But
I wish he wouldn't do that. I wish he wouldn't do that in every single. Like he does that in all the interviews where he's just joking. I'm like, save it for like once every 10 years. Like do the all right. Like bust it out of the Emmys, and then 10 years, don't do it again. Because it's like he did it in Dazed and Confused, and it was hilarious. And then he didn't do it for like 30 years. Or it was like 20 years. And now he's doing it all the time. Come on, Matthew. Right. Come on, M squared, get it together. Let's go. Okay?
It's his new like claim to fame.
Well, no, that's not his new claim. Have you not seen Dazed and Confused, Jay?
No, I've seen Dazed and Confused, but it's like he's been like reborn his career almost after he won the Oscar. He's like
for the AIDS thing.
Yeah. Did you see that movie?
I did not see that movie. That had nothing to do.
Did you see the AIDS movie with Matthew McConaughey?
The AIDS movie. Sorry, that's horrible. We still support people with AIDS. Sorry, that's even worse. Never mind.
We're swimming. So, Samantha, Christian Grey, are you him as a character? Is he more appealing because of his willingness to? And I've never read the book, so I don't really know. Like, other than the trailer and what I've heard. Is it more of like his position of power and the wealth and his influence over business that like you feel like women are attracted to, or is it strictly how he gets down in the bedroom?
I think it's mostly how he gets down in the bedroom.
Okay.
Does this show turn into Cosmo Radio? Like this is just nothing but sex now. Like we're like, all right, welcome to Samantha.
We're appealing to our female demographic, which checking the people that comment on our stuff are mostly females. So.
That boggles my mind too. Like I'm shocked that females like listening to us. A little bit.
Well, okay, originally started with Sean. You followed me on Twitter, and then I got into the whole thing, and then I'm like, okay, this is interesting. But then when you said that you were having people on, I was like, you need a female point of view. You can't just have.
True. This is true, and
you just can't have Jay Babylon and spit out nonsense. You gotta have somebody to check him.
No, you have some sense to what you were saying, but you don't have a female point of view on the same hand. It's a pros con type thing.
Right.
She said you have some sense, not a lot of sense.
You're not way off topic.
Well, Samantha, we do appreciate you joining us.
Thank you,
and
first guest.
Also, you're welcome. Yeah, you were the first guest, the very first one. Like. You popped our cherry, basically.
I've never done Google Hangout and done a podcast, so this is definitely different for me.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Did you like it? Was it amazing? Did both Jay and I satisfy you in the podcast realm?
Oh yes.
I like to just see Jay blush. Like I like this Google Hangout thing, because now I can actually see how Jay gets uncomfortable when I start to talk about things, because he moves around a little bit in the chair and he's like, I want to go away. I don't like talking about Grey's Anatomy or whatever. Anyway, Jay, I hope we have this all connected and ready to go for a commercial break, because this is all new to us. We're able to play commercials. Are we? Is that right?
You just say the word, sir, and we'll make it happen.
All right, when we return, this is all. Hey, I like this. By the way, shouts to Jay, because he hooked all this up. We're now able to play audio through the video, and he's got video running through the audio, and I'm just over here like, yo, what's up? Like, just give me a bottle of water, and I'll talk nonsense and keep my fiance up an hour past her bedtime. But anyway, we're gonna go to break. When we come back, we're gonna, dude, I love this. It's also posted at facebook.com/almostashow. We're gonna talk about how Thomas the Tank Engine is a racist, sexist, homophobe. Apparently, I know that. It's all that and more when we return on the Almost a Show podcast. Jay, take us out, man.
The Almost a Show podcast is absolutely not brought to you by Starbucks, home of the salted caramel macchiato, a delicious treat for a cold winter morning.
Another corporate location smart enough to distance themselves from this madness.
Hey man, you ever want your house just to fall down?
No.
Want your deck just to fall apart when your family's over and having a cookout?
No, man, I don't know.
What about if grandma just stepped on the floorboard and just fell right through to her death?
I would be sad. Why are you asking these questions?
Dude, you need to call Carpenter Home Service and Repair to prevent such hazardous things from happening.
So you're saying if I call Carpenter Home Service and Repair, grandma will survive the family cookout?
Yes, Carpenter Home Service and Repair is the handyman you need for anything to do with home repair. Repair. From carpentry, electrical, plumbing, flooring, remodels, and repairs. Make your first and only call Carpenter Home Service and Repair. Find them on Facebook or contact Greg Carpenter at 864-414-8641 or email carpenterhomerepair@hotmail.com. Carpenter Home Service and Repair, making your home beautiful and keeping Grandma safe.
Twitter. Share it with your friends.
Tweet us at Almost a Show.
I mean, come on. My logo right now is pimp.
Yeah, it was perfect. If anybody doesn't know like why every time that logo is going to pop up, you're going to have to get a part of the YouTube family because and watch the previous episode. So every time you see Carpenter Home Repair, you get that uncomfortable kind of giggle on the inside because you
Dude,
know what I'm
mic,
talking about.
I have my mic muting, and I'm just like dying, like because I had it on the Almost a Show logo, and I was sitting here, I was like, oh no, wait, last week, and at the very end, I like popped it up, but it was too late. Next time I'll remember because I saw you kind of smile, and you were like, "Yep, it's Carpenter Home Service and Repair."
Here it comes. The fine folks over at Carpenter Home Repair.
If you want a shotgun blast through your wall, we've got it taken care of.
They're probably sitting there thinking like, why did we ever agree to that? If they only knew.
Greg does listen actually from the good old city of Travelers Rest, South Carolina.
That's a good name. That's a nice city. Travelers Rest.
Do you know why they call it that?
I'm going to assume it's something with the Underground Railroad.
Okay, no. You made it seem like the slave days. Like,
That's just what I think about when I think of the South.
Wow, thanks, Jay. I appreciate your love and honesty of your racism.
Keeping it real.
Is that our only guest for today? That's all we got today?
That's all we got today. The call-in line, which we're still working on. Thank you very much to Samantha, by the way, for coming on and doing such a great job as a host. And
it was fun.
Kind of putting us in our place and why we should be more supportive of people going to see 50 Shades of Grey. And just to be fair, I'm not saying people shouldn't go see it. If you want to go see 50 Shades of Grey, if you want to fantasize about being a lowly reporter and interviewing a guy that just happens to be controlling and a dominatrix.
How do you know so much about this, Jay?
I saw the trailer. The whole movie's revealed through the trailer.
Wow.
Yeah. They even have a spot that was banned for TV because it's too sexy.
Did you watch that one?
I did. Too sexy for TV.
Too sexy for TV.
Too steamy for Channel
stupid.
4.
Like, how stupid is that? Like, and it was revealed on the Today Show. Like,
right.
On the Today Show, too sexy for TV. Christian Grey stars
See the spot that wasn't allowed for television.
On YouTube.
I'm Barbara Walters. Does she do the Today Show?
I think no.
No? Did she ever? No, that was The View.
No, that was The View. She's retired now.
Okay. She had a long...
You knew about Christian Grey? You didn't know about...
Barbara Walters.
Baba Waffles.
Baba Waffles.
Baba Waffles. Yeah, no, that was fun to have a guest on the show, but it was crazy because it's like, it's all new to me. Because when I do it, it's all recorded. So I'm like,
right.
I'm like trying to come up with stuff on the fly, but then not run over you, and then not run over her. It was all new.
So when you do, since you're giving us the inner workings of Radio Land.
That's how we do it, yeah.
So you record, so you're on from one ungodly hour to another.
Playing the best pop music of today and yesterday.
Oh, the hits.
That's it. Thanks, Ryan Seacrest.
So you record the show, but then you put in. Do you just plug in spots when you're like, call in and tell me the best story of when a guy broke up with you?
No, I'm there during that part, but they're not live. I don't just pot up the mic and go, hey, here, talk.
Gotcha.
It would be a disaster. You know,
right.
I can only use like 30 seconds of talk time, so it's like, you know, my mom was mean to me as a kid. Oh no, it's all pre-recorded and you chop it up.
Wow, that's great. Well, Little John.
Yeah.
Just gonna transition.
And now, turn down for what? The unedited version, motherfuckers. Speaking of, that has nothing to do with it.
Speaking of unedited, Little John, Thomas the Tank.
Yo, I didn't quite read all through this story, but just the title alone captured my attention. of Thomas the Tank Engine, who I watched when I was a kid. Like that was my stuff back then.
Been around forever.
What's going on? Why is Thomas the Tank Engine a racist?
Well, according to The Guardian, which I believe is like salon magazine for like British people, so like super liberal, fairly progressive. Right. The headline of the article is Thomas the Tank Engine had to shut the hell up to save children everywhere. Classism, sexism, anti-environmentalism, bordering on racism. Any parent who discovered these hidden lessons will be glad the show star just quit. And it's written by a lady, Tracy Van Slyke. I think it's Tracy Van Slyke. Van Slyke. And basically, she, as a mother, is very concerned about the programming that her child or children consume. And that's a great thing, because I don't feel like parents actually take enough control over what's being put into their kids, and then they wonder where their kids pick up bad habits. It's like, well, you know, if they're sitting down watching 50 Shades of Grey with you, and they're 4, they're probably...
Come here, Lily. Come watch this guy get strapped up.
No, the girl gets strapped up.
So it's the girl.
It's probably sexist.
So it's not... Okay, well, hey, I might go see it then.
So anyways, her son, who is now 3.5 years old, won't be watching Thomas the Tank Train.
The train. Yeah. Thomas the Train.
Baba Waffles. The Twain.
Oh, drunk Harrison Ford's about to come out.
Yeah. Or we could just do like belligerent Baba Wappas.
Baba Wappas. Baba Wappas. By the way, one person's
so
watching
basically, yeah, no comments either, but that's okay. We're growing the audience.
One listener at a time. Legitimately one listener at a time.
It's probably Samantha.
I loved her. She was the best.
Yeah, she was good. So anyways, Tracy Van Slyke goes through and writes this just brutal piece about how she has picked up on things in Thomas the Tank Engine that have deeper meanings. So for one, these trains perform tasks dictated by their imperious little white boss, Sir Topham Hatt, also known as the Fat Controller, whose attire is a top hat, a tuxedo, a big round belly, is just a little too obvious. Basically, he's the monopoly dictator of their funky little island. Hatt orders the trains to do everything from hauling freight to carrying passengers to running whatever random errands he wants done whenever he wants it done, regardless of the pre-existing schedules.
So
it's a make-believe land. And isn't that what trains do? Don't trains haul freight, carry passengers, and run errands for conductors? That's their sole purpose. That's what a train is.
In an image, do you know what I think about it? What the fuck just happened?
I just don't care.
What is happening? What happened? Oh, come on, that's bullshit. Hold on. Anyway, so he's okay. First off,
Sir Topham Hatt.
He's a train.
Well, this is like the owner of the trains. So she's upset that it's kind of tied into the whole like white privilege thing, that there's this fat monopoly looking white man who is living high on the hog and basically is ordering around his trains for his company to haul freight, carry passengers, and run whatever random errands he wants done whenever he wants it done, regardless of pre-existing schedules. As if he's putting his trains out by saying, hey, Susie and her dog needs a lift to, Candy Cane Lane. And the trains are like, well, you know what? I was going to go to the pub with Johnny, and now I just have to go run Susie and her dog to Candy Cane Lane. You have no respect for my wishes, Topham. And and this is where she's going. Inevitably, she continues.
Wait, one person has decided?
Yeah.
Is it Tracy Van Slyke?
Tracy Van Slyke has decided that these trains are oppressed, but that's not enough to stop her criticism of the train's behavior itself. There's one particular episode, Tracy writes, that caused me to put the brakes on Thomas for good. It revolved around James, a red engine who described in the opening credits as vain but lots of fun. Great. That's going in my Parenting 101 book. In the episode Pickled Pink, poor vain James is ordered by the guy, Topham Hatt, to get a new coat of paint. But while James has only an undercoat of pink slathered on, Topham Hatt interrupts and demands that James goes to pick up his granddaughter and deliver her and her friends to a birthday party right now. And she put right now in like italicized.
Right.
So it's supposed to be like very demeaning to poor James, who's just pink. James is mortified. This fake train with a face on it is mortified that he has to travel while pink and proceeds to hide from all the other trains. When he's caught, the other trains, including Thomas, don't leave Thomas out of this, viciously laugh and mock poor James for being pink.
Best comment on that article. Tinky Winky was as gay as 500 Richard Simmons cloned listening to Culture Club. Just saying. It's a train. They're fake. Oh my god. Like, dude, this was just to make like waves. She just wrote like
she goes deeper.
We should have her on. Yo. Screw that. We should have Tracy Van Slyke. The first mistake is she's a redhead. And we all know about redheads. They have no souls.
No souls, and also just no integrity.
No souls and no integrity. But no, seriously, I want to email her and have her on the show.
And see what she has to say for herself.
And just be like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Well, she also claims that they're racist because the good engines pump out white smoke, and the bad engines pump out black smoke, and they're all pumping out smoke.
Okay.
It's not hard to make the leap into race territory.
Well, here's the thing, is that the good engines pump out white smoke because they're brand new. But if you drive a 1967 Chevy, it's probably not going to run as great. Like, no matter what you try to do to it, it's probably just an old train.
Oh, because the dirty diesel engines are the ones that also pump out black smoke. Therefore, it's anti-environmentalism because diesel is cleaner than coal because James and everybody else, Thomas, burn on coal, but they still put out the white smoke.
Didn't Thomas Tank Engine start in 1982 or something?
It was probably before that. But I think she's onto something with the white smoke and
you agree with her?
And I'm gonna call the NAACP or whoever needs to hear about this class action lawsuits. I believe that Mother Nature is racist.
Jesse Jackson is right here from Greenville.
Yeah. I need the Reverend Al Sharpton. I need everybody to help me move this movement of Mother Nature being racist, because when it's white puffy clouds out, it's sunny and everybody's happy and everybody's, just really loving life. But when it's dark clouds or gray or black, everybody's kind of moody and nobody likes those days. So I am saying that Mother Nature is racist because black, gray, dark clouds are associated with bad days and the white clouds are associated with good days, and that's not fair. I'm ready for the Reverend. We're going to go pick it.
So now you and Tracy are going to have signs out in front of something because you think the weather is racist.
The weather, I'm starting to see Tracy's point with this fictional land of trains that can talk to one another and have faces and emotions, because that's very realistic. If there's some hidden race message in there, I believe that maybe there's more to it, and Mother Nature's never been checked, and it's time for someone to open up the eyes of the public to see that Mother Nature really is a big racist.
You know where there are black clouds?
Where?
In China.
Yes, there are.
There's black clouds because there's smog. There's also ginormous, fucking huge bugs, and I saw this, and I don't think it's real.
It's real.
I don't think it's real. We're going to talk about it
by scientists.
Of course, while we're going along with this show, if you'd like to comment, it's easy. We have YouTube. You can comment on the comment section of YouTube. We'll actually put your comment up to the one soul. I want to know who the one listener is. Like, who is the one person watching right now? Can we tell that? And by the way, if you're listening to this on Stitcher, you can watch us now. Sunday nights, 9 p.m. East, 6 p.m. on the pot-smoking Seattle West Coast. But I do. I want to know who the one person is that is watching, because you can comment below. You see what I did there? Because of the YouTube channel, you can comment below.
In our pants. You can comment in our pants.
You can comment that I like that. You can comment in our pants.
Right.
Because your wife would love to hear that.
just leave a comment in our pants.
She's gonna be like, "Oh, by the way, you don't let your your wife watch the show." Is that what I heard yesterday when we were testing some audio?
No, I'm neither confirming nor denying that statement.
Yeah. So to the Almost a Show family, we were testing some stuff yesterday, and his wife comes in, the dog comes in. It was like a whole Family Matters moment. It was like da 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 like
It's a rare condition.
How do you know that song?
Is that Family Matters?
This day and age, I don't know.
Maybe. The world of the family.
Yep, you're right. It is Family Guy. The only one I knew was Boy Meets World. Because let's just be obvious here.
Are we bringing up Topanga again? Are we moved on from that?
No, that's sad. No. I'm a little hurt. You can see me crying. Still hurting. So anyway, Jay's whole family walks in, and just is like, "Hey, we love life. Seattle's great. It's about to rain," and all of a sudden, I guess she couldn't hear me, right? Because you had the headphones in.
Well, yeah, she came in and she thought I was just doing something on the computer, right. And she went to lean in to give me a kiss, and then she looked at the screen and saw that you were there and was like, "Oh, that's gonna be awkward." So.
So you guys were about to get it on, and she was like, "Oh."
And in the Barney room.
See, if you're listening to this on Stitcher, you have to go back and watch it on the YouTube page. Because seriously, bro, you look like. Do you have a child that you're just not telling me about?
No, you also thought I had a wife that wasn't real. So.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, I don't know. I only saw half of her.
No, she walked by. Full range of motion.
You could have paid that woman to come in and be like, "I need you to come across the screen." And then walk back by, and I'll pay you $100.
No, I don't know. How much did you say? 400?
100.
That's a good price.
$100.
The going rate here in Seattle is 200. So
yeah, because your minimum wage is like $12 an hour. Come on, man.
15.
So anyway, I said, "Hey, it's nice to meet you guys, blah blah, via Google Hangout, whatever." And I was like, "Do you like listening to the show or watching the show?" She's like, "What show?"
No, she didn't say what show.
I was like, you don't watch the show? She's like, "No, Jay doesn't let me watch the show." I asked him if I could have a link to watch it.
People and he's that are listening to this probably think I'm the most controlling husband ever. He's not letting his wife watch 50 Shades of Grey. He doesn't let his wife listen to the podcast.
So I was like, "Wait, Jay, you don't let?" I said, "He doesn't let you watch the show," and she said, "He told me just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it." Crap, man! You don't have faith in what we're doing.
No,
you know what?
I have uncommitted faith.
You know who has faith? This guy, which you can't see. You know who has faith? This company, Carpenter Simmer.
Someone believes in us. Too thick and thin.
Yeah. So wait, does your girl listen or watch?
Well, here's the thing with that story.
Oh, here we go.
She was out.
The excuses. The family. Here's the excuse.
Where was she? I think she was doing something the first night we were recording. And she came back and she's like, "Well, how do I watch it?" And I said, "Well, right now, don't worry about it because it's not live or anything. I got to get it edited and then it'll be on Facebook. It's on YouTube." So to my credit, I did tell her, in the moment, that's just the conversation that we had because it wasn't anything she could watch at the time because it wasn't uploaded.
Does she like the Almost a Show podcast Facebook page?
I believe so.
I don't believe you.
I don't know if she does. I think she does.
I don't think you do.
Do you see your fiance like the page?
No, probably not.
I'm getting thrown under the bus.
Well, no, she doesn't do Facebook. She doesn't. I posted something on her Facebook page. Sorry, I posted something on her Facebook page, and I was like, "Yeah, you need to go check this out. It's a pretty cool video." Blah blah blah. And I don't do that often. I don't post videos and share videos, and I don't do stuff like that. And
unless it's facebook.com/almostashow.
Exactly. So I was like, A week later, I was like, "Yo, did you check out that video?" And she was like, "No, I forgot." Okay, I was like, "All right, well, cool." Dude, a month goes by. I was like, "Hey, did you ever check out that video I was talking about?" It was this really cool video, and I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what it was.
All right.
It was this dog that was doing all these tricks, like sit, beg, jump, stay in the air while you're jumping, like everything. This dog was so smart. So I was like, so dude, literally 3.5 months go by. And finally, I'm like, "Did you ever check out that video?" And she's like, "No, actually, I didn't." And her last Facebook. Let's see what her last Facebook status was. Hold on.
Doing some digging.
So
you must have really liked. Was it like the principle that she was just not watching the video, or did you just really love this dog video that you stayed on it for 3.5 months?
Well, no, it's because when we first got our dog, I was like, just looking up dog videos, and oh my god, we got a dog. Like, I want him to like bring the paper to us in the morning, stuff like that.
Right. We did that too when we got our dog.
So that's what I was doing, and I was like, I sent this video to her link on her wall, which I don't know why I didn't just email it. I don't know why that.
Right.
Okay, last time she updated was July 15th, only because she got a new job, and she should have she was bragging, so I get that.
Right.
Let's see. No, I want to see when I posted this video. Hold on.
So, throughout this time, from when you posted to July 15th, are other people, or has everybody just, automatically, they know, it's not even worth posting because she's not going to put anything up?
Well, she just doesn't do Facebook much.
Okay.
Which I don't blame her. Facebook stuff. She does Twitter a little bit.
Okay. Does she follow Almost a Show on Twitter?
No, probably not. Probably not. I mean, just being real, she doesn't, I don't know, recently, she just started getting into, because we got XM for her car.
Right.
Yeah, I'm the guy that works for FM, and I got XM. And so I plugged in Howard Stern on the channels, and so, now she's like, "Oh my god, did you hear what Howard Stern said today?" I'm like, "No, I have a 2.5-minute ride to work. What is the point of me plugging in my iPhone?" Right. And it was funny because we were looking at houses this weekend, and it was like, she's like, "Well, it's 25 minutes away for you from work." I'm like, "Perfect. I can finally listen to Howard Stern or whatever."
Commute.
Or the Almost a Show podcast, half of it there and then half of it back and be done with it.
Right.
I was like, you get that luxury now because you work downtown. I don't.
Well, you could listen since you're a pre-recorder. Couldn't you just sit in the studio and?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what that is. Anyway, we've rambled enough. We need to go to break and pay our bills. That's what it's about. And speaking of which, if you want to advertise or promote anything on Almost a Show, whether it be the live version or the recorded version, you can hit us up at almostashow.com. There's a contact info there, Facebook, Twitter, email. It's all there. Anyway, we're going to go to break. When we come back, I want to talk about the exciting week we've had here in Greenville, in Spartanburg, our neighboring county of that's a debacle county. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to talk about this repo that I'm sure everybody's seen. It's made national news on CNN, Fox, all that stuff. Jay, you've watched the video, right? Okay, he's shaking his head yes because he's already about to play the commercials. I understand. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to talk about the repo that went wrong. It is the Almost a Show podcast. Sean and Jay, follow us on Twitter at Almost a Show.
It happened to Silas, and it could happen to you. It happens every single day, and it haunts people for years and years. How could it happen? Why would such a thing happen? You're probably wondering, what happened? Every day, somebody drops their phone and hears the shatter of glass into 1,000 pieces. Don't be of shattered glass syndrome. Get help.
Have your phone or smart device fixed today from ER Wireless. From broken phones to cases for your smartphone or device, ER Wireless has got you covered. ER Wireless is located at 3223C North Pleasantburg Drive in Greenville, right next to the Cherrydale Cinemas in Cherrydale. Or visit them online at erwireless.com.
Imagine Oprah as a younger white man who has no interest in pretentious book clubs, faith healers, or motivational speakers. It's just like that. The Almost a Show podcast.
Oh, that's me. It's weird because I'm used to like music being played after it, so it's weird to like
Right.
come back into dry imaging and be like, oh, that's where I'm supposed to talk. My
Right. Well,
bad.
you know, we'll get it fixed. If we need it to run a little bit longer, I can mess with it. The problem is that when the music's playing, they don't get to hear my wonderful voice, which I'm sure everybody's just obviously. I mean, with one viewer, they're all turning in for something.
That pisses me off, man. Like, come on. Ooh, one
Come on,
viewer.
AAS family.
I thought the Almost a Show family would like to just sit down on a Sunday night and have dinner with us.
Apparently, it's Tuesdays. That's
Yeah,
what we
dude.
found out today.
It's Tuesdays. Like, come on. Tuesdays. Anyway, this repo, we've got it up at facebook.com/almost-a-show, and it's bugged me all week. And I'm going to tell you why. If you haven't seen the video, we're going to give you an audio visual as to what happened.
Wait. Before we go, I have something queued up. Are we bringing the segment back?
Oh, are we?
Do you want to bring the segment back? We can make it happen.
Let's do it. I think he's going to, yeah.
We all have that friend. This segment is for them.
This is People Are Stupid.
Stupid people do stupid things.
Lots of people do lots of things. People are stupid.
Been around the world and only stupid people are breeding. The cretins cloning and feeding. And I don't even own a TV.
Okay. It's the Almost Show podcast. People are stupid. Anyway, this lady in Spartanburg, which, by the way, I guarantee you, the guys from the Say What podcast will do the story on this if they have not done it already. Is it the Say What pod, right?
Yeah, Say What pod. So where is Spartanburg? Is that what it is?
Spartanburg's a fun
You have
town.
such good city names.
Spartanburg?
It's like Spartanburg. It's like so powerful.
We have, the neighboring counties are Anderson.
That's boring.
I live in Greenville.
Okay.
Then there's Spartanburg. And then there's Greenwood, which is below us.
Okay.
Not Greenville. It's below us.
Right.
And then Lawrence, and that makes up the upstate of South Carolina. Which, by the way, to the Almost a Show family, I love you guys, but every time you like write in or talk to us, and you're like, "Hey, how's North Carolina?"
Every single time. Every time.
And to my Florida peeps that used to listen to me on the radio, and now they kind of follow me. You know, they'll listen online while I'm up here. Like, oh man, I wish I could come to North Carolina and see you. And I'd be like, that's great because I'm not there. So
I wish I could go to North Carolina too.
So good. I mean, we're an hour and a half from Charlotte, so it's not bad. But I'm here in Greenville. So anyway, this repo apparently. All right. So this lady, her name is. She's going by. I'm not kidding, Jay. She's going by Kiki.
Okay.
With faux e's.
Oh, so why can't it be 4 E's? Why does that have to be faux E's?
That's how she said. She's like, it's Kiki with faux e's, and that's how. That's. I'm just going by what Kiki said. Okay.
Faux E's.
So. Anyway, so this lady, Kiki with faux e's, she has a Cadillac Escalade. And she decides, I need some extra money. I need some cash for maybe like baby products or like something educated and important that she needs.
Right.
Something with, something that is going to help her life out. So she goes to a title loan company, and they gave her X amount of dollars. And so, with a title loan company, you're supposed to pay off that, then you get your title back, right?
Right.
So Kiki with 4 E's. She didn't do that. Not that she didn't do that. Not like she was like, let me make 10 payments and life happened.
Right. Right.
Kiki just took the money and ran. Go on, take the money and run. That's what she did. Exactly. That's what she did. So, of course, the title loan company hooked up with the repo service. Like, we need you to go repo the car. Long story short, the repo company found the car, got the car hooked up, and decided to pull the car off the driveway, and he was going to go on down the road, scoot on down the road. And Kiki, who is alert and awake, apparently,
I'd hope so.
busted
It
out.
looked like it was like 6 in the afternoon. I'd hope
It was like
Kiki
8
was
at
wrong.
night. It was like
Okay.
8 at night. The sun was still out. So Kiki, you can see the video at facebook.com/almostashow. To put it into perspective, it's your microphone. I hear it. As soon as you moved it, I heard it. It's your mic. I'm going to mail you this one. I'm going to mail you this one.
Send me the other one.
So, anyway, so Kiki busts out her door, runs up to the car, starts trying to get in the car. Tow truck driver has to stop, blah, blah. And he gets out, and he's trying to, remove her from the car so he can take the car. She ends up biting him in the arm. So that's what Kiki did. That's what she thought she had to do.
Outside of the tow truck, or?
Oh, yeah, they were outside. Like, she was trying to get back in the Escalade.
Oh, gotcha.
An Escalade. Let's keep that in mind. So Kiki needed the money for diapers or, books for her kids for school or so, something important, I'm sure. Right. So Kiki decides to bite the guy, the repo man, jumps in the car, starts the car up, and then proceeds to put the car in drive. Keep in mind the car is still just chilling on top of the tow truck, or hooked up to the back of the tow truck.
Right.
Breaks the arms from underneath the wheels. So Kiki at this point is hanging on by 2 chains. Not the wrapper, but literally...
See what you did there.
2 chains.
2 chains.
All right, she's different. I'm different.
Right.
Pull up to the scene. She pulled up to the scene with her fucking windows missing, okay? Actually, no, she pulled up to the scene and her windows were there, and then, so, getting to the next point of the story, she decides, well, the car isn't going anywhere.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is just destroy the car. She proceeds to just bust out every window you can find. Every single window. Screaming, profanities, blah, blah. Well, Jay, would you believe that the People Are Stupid story that we're bringing back live 9 p.m. East, 6 p.m. West on almostashow.com, would you believe that this isn't her first time?
Watching the video, she seemed like a seasoned pro.
She seemed like it was like a winter, spring, summer, fall thing. Like she did that all the time.
Oh, shit, my car's getting repoed. It's Kiki time. Time to bring out the Kikis.
It's Kiki time.
Time to bring out the Kiki.
Can you imagine if they made a jingle for her? If your car's getting stolen, call Kiki. She'll beat the shit out of everybody. And then that's it.
Kiki. Yo, if y'all's car getting repossessed, you just need to call Kiki with 4 E's. Kiki come out, she put the car in reverse, then she put it in drive, and then she bust out all the windows. Call Kiki.
KeeKeeFoe''s.com.
Right. Kiki 4 E's.
Kiki 4 E's. So I interviewed the Repo company. My competitors interviewed Kiki with 4 E's.
Right.
Who do you think had the credibility there? Me, who interviewed the tow truck driver, or me, or the competitors that interviewed Kiki with 4 E's?
I'm gonna go with you.
I'm gonna go with me.
I'm gonna go with you.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
Did you not reach out to Kiki?
You know what? I did actually.
Okay.
I said even in the interview, I said, Kiki, you're more than welcome to call me up, email me, text me, whatever, get a hold of me, and we'll have you on as well. And so I was looking for. So I reached out to her, nothing, and so I'm friendly with the people that work at the radio competitor. I'm friendly with good friends with one of them, friendly with the other one, and so that they got mad at me because I interviewed the tow truck driver, and apparently all the facts were wrong.
Oh, okay.
We believe
they were lying.
So let's go back to Kiki's record here. So this is where I'm getting at.
Okay,
so Kiki,
sure.
Let's go back.
I want to hear about Kiki.
Let's go back to Kiki. And I'm just going to break it down for you. So Kiki decides that this isn't her first rodeo, okay? She's done this before, okay?
Right.
And actually, you know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show the Almost a Show family what was doing with this. So Kiki, let's see, K-E-E. Let's spell it K-E-K-E.
Oh, ease.
Let's just put 4. We'll be nice. Let's see. So I want this.
Most ridiculous picture of Kiki right now.
Well, I'm just going to show you that to those that are watching. That was the end of the repo. Okay, that was the end of the repo. Okay, Kiki decided to go ape shit on
those deuces. Look at that.
Those deuces. So this is a Kiki with voice. I didn't mean to put that up there. Sorry. So all right, is it back to normal? Okay.
Yeah. Kiki Foes.
So if you can believe it, Kiki has, the last time her car got repoed, her car's been repoed 5 times, or 4 times, or 3 times, or more than once.
Right.
Which is probably more than you need in life.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Jay, do you need something to tell us?
Well, I would just say let's not, jump to conclusions.
Okay, so Kiki, the last time Kiki did this is the car was on the tow truck. Kiki got in the car. Seems like to be a pattern with Kiki, don't you think?
Right.
She puts the car in drive, is able to snap off of the 2 chains, not the wrapper, but the 2 chains that are on the tow truck.
Like front-wheel drive this time?
I guess.
Yeah.
Snaps off of the tow truck, drives through someone's backyard, busts through their fence, and just breaks free. Like, that's her last offense.
Right.
So then there's this website you can go on here in South Carolina, and you can look up, records of, what people owe, warrants, evictions, stuff. And so let's just say someone showed me this website. I'm not going to name names, but I'm glad I know of this website now.
Right.
So we did a little research. And we looked up Kiki's real name. Her real name is not Kiki.
No.
I thought it was, but it's I put in, and I did. I put first name Key, middle name Key, and then last name Foes, and nothing came up. So I got a little confused.
Right.
And so we had to look up her government name, the name that she uses to pay. The names that she uses to pay taxes, because she pays taxes every year.
Good for her.
She's a good, upstanding citizen that pays taxes.
Doesn't pay her car payments.
Yeah, I'm sure she pays taxes. So we looked up her record. Jay, can you believe that she has over 200 infractions?
That seems a little light.
A little light. I'm talking like evictions from like, she got evicted in January of 2013. She got evicted in February of 2013. She got evicted in March of 2013. Like, the rentyourfurniture.com, she owes $8,000 to. Like, the repo, like, dude, there were banks that gave up, that were like, we can't find this one. Which, you know what, I applaud Kiki, because I don't know how she's hiding from these people.
Right.
I really don't understand how she's hiding from these people. And if I ever need to hide from the government,
right,
dude, she could literally set up a website on how to hide your could-be repoed car from the repo man.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, Kiki here.
It's Kiki.
Y'all trying to get away? You calling up Rent-A-Center? You trying to get something done? Trying to hide? Trying not to pay your bills? Trying to get your baby mama drama on? Then you just call Kiki. KEEKEE Foes.com.
Wait a sec. Wait, Jay. But I'm going to call Kiki, but her number is KEEKEE Foes.com?
Listen, you've been wondering how I've been trying to get away from these people all the time. It's because I give them an email and an address instead of a phone number.
So I have to. So I dial KEEKEE with Foes.com into my phone.
Mm-hmm, and leave a voicemail.
But you don't pick up.
Well, you'd be lucky if it rings through. Sure, okay.
Is it even connected?
I've been dodging AT&T for the past 6 months, so who knows? But I switched over to Sprint yesterday. I'm in a family plan.
So with all that said, with her 200 infractions, with her previous repo experience, and then this current one, What do you think the judge would throw the book at her?
You would hope so, but knowing our legal system, probably not.
You would think, but when she walked into that courthouse, okay. So she walks in. Oh, by the way, she never got arrested. Everything she did, she never got arrested. She had to turn herself in.
Right.
And there was a cop there. I don't know all that. So Kiki turned herself in, and then she goes to place bond. And the judge is, like, well, you did this, and you did this, and you did this. And I'm thinking, $20,000 bond. Easy.
Right.
Easy. Guess how much?
$500.
Well, I mean, close. It was a $2,100 bond.
Okay.
You pay 10% of that to get out of the state of South Carolina. So, Kiki then bust up on Fox Carolina, our wonderful Fox affiliate with Fox News.
Right.
And that video is also posted at facebook.com/almostashow. And if please watch that video. If the one person that's still watching us, please go watch that video. Yo, Fox Carolina had to bleep her out like 8 times.
Right.
Like, she was like, I don't give a fuck. I thought I was fucking hilarious. I was ludicrous. Like, so that's how she was on Fox. But then she goes into the radio station, the competitor, and she's crying. Like, I'm just down on hard times. No, like, you just are using the system. Like, that was my point. And that, like, it burned me up so much. It's like, you're using the system, and yet, and she's, and I'm guessing here, I don't know for a fact, maybe Kiki's got a really good job at BMW or something. Maybe that's it.
No, well, yeah.
But maybe not. And so maybe Kiki is on WIC.
Maybe not.
Maybe Kiki is...
There's the alternative.
Kiki is on disability. Kiki is on all this. And Jay, with food stamps and WIC and disability, I'm drawing a blank. I'm just drawing a blank. Hold on. Okay. Who pays for all that? Who pays for all that?
Well, I'm us.
Oh, that's right.
That's us.
So I paid for Kiki's Lexus or whatever the hell.
It was an Escalade.
Sure.
Sir. And yeah, I think you did.
I paid for
the rims. You probably paid for the window tint, which she busted out. Probably paid for.
I paid for it. I technically I own that Escalade.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess if you want to look at it that way, I guess it's true. But don't you feel good being just an American and just taking care of people that can't take care of themselves? Your heart just doesn't swell with joy when you see people driving around in Escalades that are collecting food stamps? No, because why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they be able to drive an Escalade? It's not their fault that they don't want to get up and work a job that they think is beneath them to make their own living because it's cheaper to take tax dollars.
Yo, McDonald's in Seattle right now paying what, like $12 an hour minimum wage or something?
15 over the next 3 years.
15. Move to Kiki. He packs 2 suitcases. I'll drive her to Seattle myself. We'll have a nice little Kiki moment.
I'm sure Kiki's a wonderful woman, but I pay for enough lazy people in the state of Washington, so I don't need to add to the problem here.
And I'm not trying to make fun of people. Like, I hope people don't take me away as being like, oh, because if you're listening to this show, whether it be on our live 9 p.m. East,
to young adult white men talk about other people's problems.
There are people like listening or that will probably watch that are like 50.
Yeah, well, Tracy's probably listening right now. Like, they're Mr. Top Hams.
What if Kiki is straight listening right now?
I hope she is. She can find me at the JCats, and we can talk about things. I'd be more than happy to engage in dialogue with KEE 4 E's.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Screw it. This is hard. This whole video and talk at the same time. Like, I got to get used to it. I'm gonna get it one day. But back to the topic. My point is that
back to you bringing the viewerships back.
Wait, are we up? Did we get more than one?
No, that's still one.
How do you know? How do you tell?
Because I got the control panel over here. I'm the man with. I'm making it run.
I swear, if the noise I hear in my headphones is on there, I'm going to send you this. I'm going to mail this to you tomorrow.
You're going to email me your microphone.
I'm going to email you your microphone, and I'm going to send it to you tomorrow. I hope it's just in my headphones. If it is in the audio family, we apologize. We're still working things out. I feel like the show is doing good things, and you gotta excuse me my ADDness. I'm trying to like control like lower thirds on the video and put up Kiki, and then like we talk about something funny and I'll throw that up and everybody laughs. Carpenter Home Service and Repair, baby.
Oh man, people need to go back and watch the last episode.
Yeah, you gotta watch you can watch the previous episodes. You can also listen to them on Stitcher, which this episode won't go up until the 1st because Podbean hates us and uses up all of our data. I swear they're fucking us. Like they're like, I don't know. To me, I think they're screwing us over. As Jay is preparing for.
No, I'm not. I'm getting. There we go.
This is the times that like people have to go back and view the show.
I'm gonna save that because I feel like Kiki Foes may be a recurring character.
Yo, Kiki with 4 E's made World Star. You know what that is?
No.
Dude. You have to go watch WorldStarHipHop.com. Like you would spend hours just.
Oh, is that? I think I see people put stuff on Facebook. That's where like there's fist fights and people get knocked out and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like some of them are pretty funny. Like it's pretty hilarious. I'm gonna send you a link of one that's pretty hilarious.
Okay.
But I digress. But back to what I was saying. I'm not trying to like make fun of people because I'm sure that there are people on hard times, and if you're listening to the show in your hard times, like I understand. I'm sure we have friends that have family that are on it.
Definitely.
And and it's it's perfectly fine. But it's one thing for the taxpayers to help a 50 or 60-year-old woman, with a $10 phone and a 1999 Honda Accord, than it is it just seems more justified than it is someone who blatantly drives around in an Escalade,
right?
And has the rims and talks about getting her nails did and her toes did, like. And look, if you do it every now and then, like okay, but like to me, it's like you're riding around an Escalade, like okay, so the Escalade cost. Let's say she bought it used, so let's say it cost like $12,000, so that's $12,000,
right?
And then the tent, that's not cheap. And then you got the rims, those aren't cheap. And then you got the gas, that's not cheap. And then you got the insurance. Well, I mean,
let's be real.
Yeah,
she's probably not paying Progressive.
When we talk about Kiki, you should just throw up the Kiki lower third, and that's what we talk about. Like Kiki, there it is, KikiFoes.com.
Kiki Foes.
Dude, she said it, not me. I'm just
giving her a shout out. We are trying to lay out the facts.
I'm repeating what she said. Are you like? I wish we could play the YouTube clip from Fox Caroline. Can we go to break and try
It'll take a little while for me to
load like 5 commercials and we'll come back. Because I want you to play the Fox Carolina.
I don't know how fast it's going to be able to pull that audio though.
Huh?
Don't we have like a YouTube app?
Yeah, I think we do.
Where's that at? What's that? There it is, YouTube. Watch YouTube videos together.
You go to Kiki with 4 E's. Well, you do it and
this could be fast. All right,
this is why I like Jay, man. At first I was a little hesitant about doing this like live thing because A, I'm not the most attractive looking man on the face of the planet, and B, I was like, I'm not used to like doing a show where someone isn't directly in the room with me. But now I'm like, this isn't a bad idea. Like this is new like podcast territory per se. You don't want it's not gonna work?
No, I don't think so.
Listen, Kiki.
Next time.
Man, no, this has to work. Hold on. Kiki with 4 E's.
Kiki.
Hold on, just let me do it.
Yes. I feel like it lets you do more of the app stuff. Okay. You added an app. See, this is why people need to watch on YouTube Sundays, because they'd be able to see all this stuff rather than just sitting. And we appreciate you downloading the episodes on the Stitcher app or iTunes. I see a lot of people downloading from iTunes, so thank you for wherever you're receiving the episodes from. But join us. We have a lot of fun on here, as you can tell.
Okay, wait, is this it? Yo. You're kidding me.
Did you get it to work?
Yeah, but it's coming out of my speakers.
No, that's not beneficial to anybody.
Hold on.
Let's see. So what do you want me to search on YouTube?
Did you get it working?
No, I have a program. If the video's not long, it should pull the audio pretty quick. So
it's just Repo, Spartanburg, Fox, Carolina.
Repo. Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on.
This is it, man. This is my fiance would hate us right now because this is a live, and she worked in TV, and she'd be like, "Why?
Why are you doing?
Why you guys had that shit figured out beforehand?"
Repo. Fox. Let's see. Kiki Outlaw featuring. No, what is this?
Yeah, definitely not a rapper.
Is Kiki like one word?
No, just type in Repo, Spartanburg, Fox, Carolina. It'll come up.
Spartan. Fox.
Hey, maybe if we just do this, people will join in. Maybe we have 30 listeners right now.
Woman behind Spartanburg Repo Rampage Hawks after arrest.
That's it.
All right, is it 3 minutes and 5 seconds?
That's it.
All right, well let me pull this up. Sean, keep them entertained. Talk about the bug story or something.
Well, I don't want to talk about the bug story. I want to talk about people that want to interact with us. And I want people to join in on the YouTube channel, which I'm impressed because, no big deal. We have 17 subscribers on YouTube, which
we do.
I didn't even think that would be possible. I was like, 17 is going to take 17 weeks or something. But people love Kiki in the stories, and therefore that's why they're subscribing to us. I guess. I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
You got anybody on the Twitters that you want to give a shout out to? Try to bring some of the AA's family back? Oh, it's loading quick, son. This is going to happen.
Well, the thing is that Samantha, what is her Twitter name? Let's see what's doing. By the way, Rocky Restivo. Real Rocky Restivo? Am I saying that right?
Maybe.
Sure. I don't know where, he tweeted us and was like, what happened to recording on Tuesdays? And my question is, when did we ever record on a Tuesday? TJ and I used to record on Thursdays.
Right.
And you and I started recording on Sundays. I wouldn't have time to record on Tuesdays, but we want to get, people... I'm bringing this up for a reason.
We want to make people happy, and Sundays definitely work the best for us, but...
I feel like it works best for everybody, and if it doesn't, you know what? You got to make it work.
Have to watch. All right, I think I got it queued up.
All right, so all right, I'm going to set this up. Basically, this is the interview after Kiki got out of jail with our Fox affiliate here in Greenville, Jay. Roll tape.
Hold on. Nope. Not that fast.
No, not that fast. If you were like, I got it. All right, roll tape. Let's see this.
Interview that you will see only on Fox Carolina. The woman who says she proudly broke out the windows to an SUV hooked up to a repo truck talks again about the situation after bonding out of court. Or jail, I should say. Not only is she talking, someone also posted this on Lakeisha Smith's Facebook page. It's a picture with a black Cadillac and a post that states, "Rest in peace, Black Kiki. Mama, go."
She named her car Kiki.
Reports show this isn't the first time she's busted up a repo. Tonight, she's out of jail, and let's just say she has a lot to say. This all happened in Spartanburg near Collins Park. That's where we find Fox Carolina's Jennifer Phillips. She is now live at the jail with more on this story. Hey, Jen.
Hey, Cody, the tow truck driver involved in all of this also attended that bond hearing this morning here at the jail. He says now he's getting calls from blocked numbers as well as threats, and he believes the woman you're about to meet is behind it all. If you don't know who she is by now,
again, it's Miss Key with 4 E's.
By the time she finishes talking,
I gotta say, I was funny as It was funny as
you probably won't forget her.
Because, I mean, like, it's me, Miss Key with 4 E's. You never know what to expect from me.
This is Lakeisha Smith. They call her Kiki, and she's admittedly the woman behind this recorded repo gone wrong in Spartanburg.
I really was just want to show my anyway, get it off my chest.
This video shows a black Cadillac Escalade hooked up to this tow truck. And Lakeisha Smith's way of saying, well, goodbye.
Oh, when I seen him, I really was want Ludacris for it because I knew then I didn't even want the car.
And the him she is referring to is Scott Fowler.
Oh, she got good insurance.
Co-owner of Mission Towing and Recovery. He says not only did she break windows, she broke his skin with a bike.
Sometimes people get mad and they use profanity. This is probably by far the worst incident yet.
He says he's just doing his job.
But for what she's going to spend in fines and jail time, she could have just paid for her car and she'd still have her car.
Before these interviews, the two met again, this time in front of a judge during a bond hearing for Smith's arrest and assault charge.
She definitely didn't get what I feel like she deserves.
A judge set bond at $2,100. Lakeisha Smith says, no problem.
The money is nothing. Best nails, best toes. Paid in full. What can you say? Why you mad? Bye.
All right, you can kill it there. It's fine. So there's Kiki. We finally found Kiki, an audio of Kiki with faux E's. You heard it, right, Jay? Kiki with it's right there on your lower.
Wait, where is it? There it is. Kiki faux E's.
So that's what we dealt with.
Oh my gosh!
All week.
It's just enough to just drive you nuts,
bro. Like, I don't even know, man. Like how, and so that's that interview, and then there was another interview on the radio of her just crying, like just going down in hard times, blah blah. And if I were interviewing her, my first question would be, well, can I play this clip and play exactly what we just played, and then pause and be like, so. How sympathetic are you?
You just kind of said that money ain't no problem. Best nails, best toes. Bye.
She said bye.
Bye. Why you mad? Bye.
Dude, that should be her catchphrase. Dude, Kiki with faux E's. # why you mad.
Why you mad?
Well, no. Here, Kiki, if you're listening, Kiki, because I'm sure you download the Almost a Show podcast on your Stitcher app on your iPad. Kiki, the reason why we're mad is because you're just straight pimping out an Escalade while we're working hard.
Right.
I mean,
slaving over the mics.
Let's take an Almost a Show podcast poll here with I think there's 2 of us here.
Right.
Let's raise our hands. How many people think Kiki works at a really expensive job? Oh, sorry, my hand. I don't know. My hand had a reflex, and then it stopped.
It was ready to go.
I was like,
going.
I was like, what are you doing, hand? How many of us think we pay for Kiki year to year?
And for those that are just listening on Stitcher, there's 2 hands raised.
Again, not making fun of Kiki, but I'm just saying, like,
she didn't do herself any justice with that interview.
Your character was proven in that video. That's your character, not the one of the radio where you're crying and the radio host is shouting at your beauty supply store you hang out in or something. That's your character. That's who you are. Like, you're on worldstarhiphop.com. Great. Congratulations. But now this tow truck company is receiving death threats all for doing his job.
Right.
That's what he's paid to do. And he said in my interview, he said, look, I've repoed cars where I've given them $40 gas money to go help, have a friend pick them up and take them home. I've driven people home in my tow truck. This guy wasn't a bad guy.
Yeah, and he's the bad guy.
But he was doing his job, and I'm trying not to laugh at your name at the bottom of the screen because you haven't changed it back yet.
We're still talking about
you don't ever delete that one, okay?
No, I've got it saved. I have it saved as Kiki Foes.
I think that Kiki might come back before Christmas. If not,
she may get a Twitter here pretty soon.
Oh, that would be hilarious. She probably does have Twitter, Kiki, but my point is that I'm not trying to make fun of her. I'm just trying to say, like, something in her brain doesn't register reality. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I think she's just a prime example of, like, a habitual line stepper. Like, she's described who she is as a person through that interview, doesn't care about the system, doesn't care about anything but Kiki, and unfortunately, people get hurt through this because the tow truck company probably needs to fix his truck to some extent.
$10,000 worth of damage to his truck.
So acting a fool caused that, but again, she was just looking out for Kiki. Cheating the system, causing, people, and it's just people trying to do their job. It's this guy had the right to go repossess that car, and whether you like that profession or not, that is the profession that he has chosen to make a living for his family. And he's within his rights. He was doing what he was supposed to be doing, and he happened to stumble across somebody that's just a habitual line stepper. And that's this. Not saying that Kiki can't change, not saying that she even wants to change, but it's people like that give a bad name to everybody else that actually does need the social assistance and things from the government in order to get by. Where she is using those funds that could go to somebody that's really needy and using them to buy a whip and get the best nose, best toes, best nails.
Well, and the thing is that, and we'll wrap it up here in a second. The thing is that she's, I'm sure she's like, well, I don't get but blah blah amount of money, and I'm sure like everybody, I'm sure that's on WIC or food stamps or whatever only gets X amount.
Right.
But that's why. Because people that can run out and bite someone obviously don't need any assistance doing anything.
No.
Because they're doing great on their own. If you can bite someone, you're taking away, and you're abusing the government. You're taking away the possibility of helping someone else and increasing their bill by $1. I don't know.
Right.
To me, it's you're right. It's a habitual offender that she didn't care. She's gonna end up.
She's never gonna care. She'll never care. That's just who she is as a person.
You don't think so?
Up until this point, I don't know. Maybe the power of Christ will compel her, and maybe she'll have a heart for humanity, or something will happen. But there's just people like that out there, and it has nothing to do with her ethnicity or anything like that. It's just who she is as a person.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, the big thing is that it's not about race. Had it been a white woman, right, I would still be saying the same exact thing. She would be
the biggest piece of white trash, low life that we could possibly think of, because she would be fitting right into that stereotype.
Exactly. You're white, black, Puerto Rican, Asian, Mexican, Chinese.
Down for the Zulu Nation. That's a Tribe Called Quest lyric right there, Mr. John.
Like, I mean, the fact is that it doesn't matter your race, and I think that's like, people were taking that, like, people were like, well, you just because she's a black woman. No, had she been a white woman and done the same thing, right, I would still be sitting here having the same exact conversation. And if her name was DD with 4 E's, we would have DD written up on the screen, right, just like Jay has Kiki written up on the screen.
Kiki Foes.
Kiki with 4 E's.com. Should create a phone. Yo, what's your phone number? KikiWithFoes.com. But I don't have a .com on my phone.
You need to get yourself a new phone.
So I don't see how.
But that's just the thing, though. It's like it's always, because that's the automatic you can't trump that as soon as somebody says, well, it's because of race. Well, if you say it's not, then automatically, well, why are you trying to dodge it, and why are you trying to say it's not? It's probably because you're a racist. And that's the dialogue and the narrative that we have in the country, is that as soon as something happens and it's against two people of different races, and as long as the antagonist is a white person, there you go.
It's all Obama's fault. I mean, it's all Obama's fault. Hey, before we go, did you hear that Bill Clinton may have another mistress?
No, I saw something that Hillary said he acts the way he acts because his mom sexually abused him or something like that.
Apparently a book came out or something that he has another mistress. I don't know. We're going to save that for next show.
We'll do some research on old Slick Willie.
God, Bill, which is weird. Like, I still would hang out with Bill Clinton.
He seems like a nice... And that's the thing with Obama, too. Like, I don't agree with his politics. I think he's detrimental to the country and the world's security. I'm sure he's a nice guy, though. I think we could go have a nice conversation. We're not going to agree on anything.
You and Obama...
President doesn't mean he's a bad person.
You and Obama could go to 50 Shades of Grey together. There it is.
We could.
I wonder if the Obama girls are going to go see the show. Or wait, are they not 18 yet?
No, they're having a soiree.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, I thought they were like 18 or something. I didn't know.
They're like 10 and 12.
Are they really? No, because one of the homegirls has like her driver's license.
Yeah, I guess he has been in office almost 8 years.
Yeah, so she's like 16.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, anyway, we want to let everybody listen to the Almost Show podcast. All one of you that are watching, 9 p.m. East, 6 p.m.
Not on Tuesdays.
Yeah, it's not on Tuesdays, bro. It's on Sundays. It's God's Day / the Almost a Show Day.
Right.
And whenever Jay isn't attending to soirees in his own...
Soirees. We can talk about that next week, too, how the dinner party went.
If you want to join in, like Samantha did at the beginning of the show, it's really simple. Hit Jay up at the JCast, not at kikiwithfoes.com. At the JCast. Or you can direct message us at Almost a Show on Facebook or Twitter. Or just go to almostashow.com. We'll get a hold of you. If you really seriously want to be on the show, Samantha did a great job. Really vocal, really outgoing. That's what we're looking for. Just people to be, people to have fun with. And we want to try something new with podcasting. Podcasting doesn't have this interaction yet. So we want to, we want to really kind of expand our horizons per se. So, again, you want to be on the show, you can contact us at almostashow.com. You can do it by Google Hangout, or you can call in. So if maybe you don't like to be on video, it's all cool. We can get you on the phone as well and patch you through. Jay's got all the technical good stuff. I don't know what he does over there. All right, he just presses buttons, and I'm fortunate enough just to sit here. All right, but anyway, it's the Almost Show podcast. Find us at almostashow.com. You can find us 9 p.m. East, 6 p.m. West, live on Sundays, and of course the replay anytime on demand on your Stitcher or iTunes app. That is it for me. I'm Sean and Jay with the Almost Show podcast. We shall see you next week. Bye-bye.
Admit it. Being at work sucks.
Put in some headphones and listen to the Almost a Show podcast while you work. Listen at almostashow.com. Click the Listen tab.
And if your boss asks, you're just listening to NPR.